dad or, a mom to teach me how to ride a bike or anything like that. I mean, I learned that there, So it's just, we go out to the park.
Well, being at children's home was a big change. So when I was there, I thought they had everything, They had a lot, You had the trails, you had your playground set, you had your own little lake so you can go fishing, They had the bright playground sets, They had the little baseball diamond area.
When I was there, I remember we used to do a Christmas concert at one of the cathedrals in town. And it was always funny to see because afterwards you'd get candy canes, Santa would be there. It was one of those things that you'd go and have fun. Yeah, there were still all the rules that were on the unit, but you could actually go out and entertain someone. And I remember it was always a big production. We sang like 4 or 5 songs. And it was one of the best parts of it, is being able to go out and see everybody's face light up with a bunch of kids singing.
There are so many wonderful memories with the children's home, especially actually bonding with the other children was something really, really good for me. I remember making a lot of friends, especially out in the Black Hills Children's Home, being there for 3 years. I made such strong bonds with actually the children more than I think the staff. But I remember going on fun walks with the kids, hikes, just different things. I don't think there's just one particular moment that stands out. I know when we did like the goodbye ceremonies and stuff like that, those were really positive for me, knowing that someday that would be me. I would be having that wonderful ceremony, even though it was sad to say goodbye to all my friends and stuff. Just moving on to better things was just really assuring for me when we had those, seeing other children having positive endings.
Coming to children's home was a big change. Just the whole setting, being around a lot of kids and having following rules and just being there was different. Sharing a room, like with 5 other kids and have to have a schedule, shower time and all that. But it was nice. I mean, they were great and they're always understanding.
Children's home got me to open up to more and more stuff and you're not alone. There's people that are, went through the same thing you did or even worse.
Going there and then realizing that not everybody's out to get you made me think that I can still care for people, because I had pretty much given up caring because I didn't want to get hurt anymore. So if I didn't care, then it wouldn't hurt me as bad. And children's home helped me care for people just by showing that they cared.
There were actually some staff members that every night when I went to bed I probably said I loved you and hugged. There was never one of those relationships that if I needed to, I couldn't get a hug. I always could get a hug if I needed it.
Definitely going into the children's home made me feel so much better that I could bond with other kids that were in the same situation as me. And yeah, some of them had come from harder situations than I had, but that 3 years was I felt just so good, not being in an actual foster home and feeling, like I was an outcast in like the public school systems and stuff like that. Just going to school with the same kids as me, had the same problems as me. I could actually talk to other children at that time about what it was like in foster homes. We shared stories and stuff like that, and we always made each other feel better.
I know how my biological family treated me, and I can't imagine doing that to my own kids. And so being in the future, when I become a parent, I want to say that the children's home has helped me to realize that there's good people out there and that the chain of abuse doesn't have to continue.
The decisions I do make for my children now are because of things I went through in the past. So I want to make sure they're safe. You know, they always have a roof over their head, you know, a stable environment, parents that they can just come up to and talk to and not, you know, not be scared to talk to their parents, because it's really important to have someone to talk to about any aspect of their lives, especially as they get older. But definitely, I was never scared to be a mom. I just knew that I would have children and I would just be a wonderful mother to them.
I would have to say, for kids coming into children's home, that they're there to help you. They're not there to take you away from your parents. They're not there to keep you from your parents. They're there to help you. They're there to support you. They're there to figure out what's going on, to either get back with your biological parents, to get adopted, or to be put in foster care.
Get active, you know, go out there and just play more sports, or, you know, stop thinking about the past, because, I don't know, it won't change.
Try your best, work your hardest, and listen to the older people, and just do good. And that they can make it if they try.
No dream should be left undone. If you want to do something with your life, push to your fullest to do it.
It's important not to give up, to really know that you're gonna get a family, because I know being there for years, it just kind of seems like no one's gonna want you, you know, stuff like that, but there is someone out there for you. You'll find a home. They'll find you a home. We got people there that specialize in that. They're gonna find you a home, and you'll have a happy life. You will.
I would have to say that if I hadn't been placed at Children's Home Society, I would either be dead right now or on drugs.
But it wasn't that the staff just automatically forget you. You are still there in their mind, and they still care. It won't be one of those things that you're just forgotten. So for that, I have to say thank you.
I guess they changed me, and they, you know, got me to where I am right now. And I'm like trying to do whatever I can to, you know, not let them down.
First of all, I would just thank all the people that do contribute to the children's home, their time, you know, financially, volunteers, everything like that. Just, you're very important, very special. You know, you may not hear it from the children, but I know definitely that they appreciate your time and everything like that. And the difference that the children's home has made for me is definitely a positive one. I know without them, I truly believe that I would not be in a stable environment that I am today. You know, I may have just wandered through the foster system until I turned 18, and, you know, then they have to let you go, and, you know, I would probably not know where to go. But by finding me my home, giving me that opportunity, it's wonderful. And I truly thank everybody who was involved in that.